Hi everyone. Well, I'm finally back. It's been such a long time, or at least it feels like such a long time since I've made a video. I thought I'd be able to make them regularly, and life happens. And I tried to make one a couple of weeks ago, and I'll show you. These are all the things I was unwrapping from all the things I had purchased. New videos, right? And by the time I went to play it back, I hadn't videotaped anything. So then I had to go to square one, go back and read the instructions on the camera. And then of course more life happened, and I spent a lot of time in the dentist chair, which I'm still dealing with. So today I've got a dinner party tonight. So I'm ahead with the leg of lamb, the vegetables have been prepped, and I'm pretty much ahead. So I thought, well, I'm dressed, maybe I can at least do the video. I may not be able to edit it today, but let me try to do the video. So what I'm going to do is remove these papers here and get them out of the way. And I do have one box that arrived that I think is a new deck. So I will open that first, and then I will just quickly show you all the other decks that I've recently purchased. I think most of these are decks that I've just recently purchased. I think there may be one or two used Oracle decks that I may have mentioned before. But I'll just go through the pile because there's about 15 of them. So I hope you are all patient enough to sit here and wait for me to come back. I will say goodbye for the second. I will edit the video and come back when I'm opening the thing. So hold on tight because I will be back very quickly. Well, I'm back. Got my knife. I'm going to open this. I think it's a deck. I hope it's what I'm hoping it is. So let's see. Very quickly. Oh, may not need the knife. Oh, yes, it is a deck. Oh, but it's the borderless Mithwaite. It's not the one I was hoping for, but it's fine. Okay, so now I will put this aside with all the other papers. So I'll start with these decks that I just recently got. So this one came in because I don't have any borderless decks, and I've decided that with all the decks I've been buying, that I really do want to mainly focus on Rider-Waite, because I find that when I'm really wanting to do a spread and get more information, I'm more familiar with that than these other newer decks. So I'm going to have to spend equal time with some of the other decks for a while. But this is one of the decks I got. And then I've also been buying decks that I've seen on wonderful videos like Simon Harrison's Hermit's Cave and other wonderful tarot collectors. And I thought before these decks are no longer available, I want to get them. So I've got this one here, which I haven't opened yet either, Pamela Colman Smith. I love the colors on it. And then I've got the Gil Tarot. This is a new one I got. Again, I saw the reviews and I was very responsive to those cards. I just thought they were just wonderful. The artwork, everything. So, and then some new ones, recent new ones that I've gotten, and I'll be reviewing these as well, is Tarotica. Just really interesting deck. So I will ask people watching the video which ones you want me to review. And this is the Trip and Wait. I just love this deck. Simon did a review on this. I think he did a review on this Tarotica too. And I'll tell you, I'm a child of the 60s. I mean, I was a young married woman in the 60s, but I so aligned to that because that was a time I was working in the fashion industry, and I was walking around in my little hippie kind of clothes. And I just loved the deck. It just brought back such wonderful memories. Plus, the deck is wonderful. The colors are fantastic, psychedelic colors. It's a beautiful deck. So that's that one. Then I wanted some easy tarot decks for beginners like myself, because at my age, I'm 79 years old. My short-term memory is gone. Not totally, but if I study something, I don't remember it. And it's been like that since I was a young person, a young child. I used to have such frustration studying. I used to think I wasn't very smart. And then I found out I had a pretty good high IQ. But memorization was a problem for me as a child. I used to blame the fact that my mother, fell down cleaning cupboards and I came a month early and I wasn't quite finished. So who knows why? But the universe decided I was going to have that experience in this lifetime. So I no longer let it frustrate me. I find ways to deal with it. And one of the ways to deal with it with tarot was to find decks that would give me a lot of wisdom. So this one here, as you can see by the cards very quickly, you don't get as big a picture, but I'm very familiar with the pictures now. And I know the cards mainly, but they give you a lot of explanation, not just a keyword or two, but explanation. So instead of me having to do a layout and then drag out my books and open the folders and get all the information, I'll be able to learn faster doing that. So that's another deck. And then here's another deck that's been around a while. I bought a used version of it, and I just love the deck. I just love it. I mean, look at the colors and everything are just fabulous. And then the L'Escargot, I think I talked about this one before. I saw somebody using this deck, and it took me a while to do the research to find out what the name of this deck was. And all I had to go on was the back of the deck. So what I did for research was I went into the deck and looked at a couple of the court cards. And then I went into Google search, and then I put in the name of the couple of those court cards until I found one that looked like the one in this deck. And then once I found out one that looked like the deck, I did a search to see if I could find one that had the picture of the back of the deck. And I found the back of the deck on another picture, and that's how I tracked down this deck. So detective work works. And then I got the Radiant Wire deck because I love the colors in this. And again, this was a used one, but it looks like it was perfectly new. And the colors were bright and lovely. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to add that to my collection. And this one is the one that doesn't have the, there's a brown thing here, but the colors are right. And so anyway, that's that one. This I didn't order this per se. This I got with a auction where there were supposed to be 5 decks. And I'm showing this only for one reason, to give you a warning. I got this on a thing on the Goodwill auction site. A lot of the Goodwill stores will put stuff on there because they think they can get more money putting them on site rather than selling them in their stores. And this had 5 decks or 4 decks and something. And one of them was this, which looks like it's pretty new. When I opened it up, it looked pretty new. But another deck I got with that was this Enchanted World deck, which is lovely. I wasn't aware of it, but it's a lovely little deck, and I was very happy to get it. But I have been looking for 2 other decks on there. One was cards, and another one was another older deck. No, it was some sort of a divination tool with a wheel, and you had to spin the wheel. Well, to make a long story short, that thing came in. It was incomplete. There was another deck in there. It was a Rider-Waite older deck. It was so filthy, filled with crusted food offal. It was disgusting. How that charity could have let that thing go out. You know, they warn you that the decks may not be complete and stuff, but they don't have to be complete. If they just looked at the deck, they could have seen how disgusting it was. So be aware, if you buy from those sites, don't pay what you think if you have 5 decks and there's one in there that's worth a lot of money and you think, oh, it's worth me going higher in bid, don't do it because you don't have any assurance, at least from that site with the Goodwill, that you're going to get anything that's what you want. So the best I can do is maybe hold on to those things and hope I can find fill-ins for some of those cards, and or just try to sell the cards myself separately and get enough to maybe buy a whole deck from somebody at some point. So this is Angel Answers, which is an oracle deck. I bought a few oracle decks recently because, again, I could get them used. This is the Archangel Oracle deck. I may have shown this in a video. And then the Ascended Masters one was the one that I really wanted, so I got that one. I think that was all. That also was either used deck or I got it new. I forget. I may have covered that already. And then I got this Quick and Easy Tarot, and the meaning printed on each card. It's another card. I think I'm going to do a video saying Tarot with training wheels. And I think I'll show both of these decks on that video. But for today, I'm just making it kind of short just to make sure the camera is working. And maybe I can edit it, tomorrow or something. Oh, and the last one I got was that I found a commemorative set. I've seen the commemorative sets, other people's sites, and I didn't think I could find one that wasn't open. And I did find one that wasn't open. So I'm really looking forward to this. And so that's it for me for today. I hope that everyone is having a wonderful Saturday. That's when I'm taping this. And my garden work hasn't started much yet, so I thought this was a good time for me to do a video. It's been raining here almost daily, and so as soon as the weather turns well, I have a lot of garden work to do, and I won't be able to do too many videos. But for now, I'll try to spend some time doing this video, getting it edited and getting it on. And if anyone has any requests to see any of these decks before any others, let me know, and I will definitely take your request in consideration and do those decks. Thank you so much for stopping by, everyone. I send you much love and goodwill, and namaste.